그냥 망해보는 거죠.
Let's start with the video. Chapter 70, Summary. Ming and Joe face each other, both weighed down by heavy thoughts. Ming tries to read Joe's expression, but Joe remains calm and puzzled. Joe refuses to reveal his true identity, as he doesn't want anyone to know that he is alive. Ming, determined to uncover the truth, asks Joe about his accident and his connections to Phoenix Media. Joe, maintaining his ignorance, claims to have lost his memory. Ming, unconvinced, wonders if he's delusional from his longing to see Joe alive. Ming asks about Joe's dreams during his coma, but Joe denies having any. Without concrete evidence, Ming can't determine if Joe is telling the truth. Joe, sensing Ming's doubts, asks why he's being questioned. Ming, frustrated, gives up on getting answers and focuses on their upcoming trip. Joe helps Ming pack, finding the pair of coffee cups in the cabinet box that he had brought with Ming. Ming, protective of the coffee cups, harshly snatches it back, leaving Joe confused. The next day, Ying cautions Joe to be safe during his travels. At the airport, Joe is met by a crowd of fans, making him feel like a star. He finds a seat in the back of the plane and is joined by Thorn, who wants to stay close during their mountain trip. Joe, puzzled by Thorn's change of heart, agrees to a friend. Thorn glances at Joe with an inscrutable expression. If you like this kind of video and want more videos, then subscribe to my YouTube channel. Only 5.5% of you had subscribed to my channel. Please subscribe, it will motivate me to make more videos like this. Thank you so much for your attention and participation. Let's continue with the video. Chapter 71. Summary. Thorn and Joe flew together and Thorn remained silent, allowing Joe to have some peace and quiet. After landing, Ming asked Joe to be his assistant for the duration of the shoot. Joe was surprised that Ming didn't bring an assistant, as most celebrities do. They took a bus to the mountainous shooting location, which took over 7 hours. Upon arrival, they settled into a 3-star hotel. Ming and Joe shared a room which only had a single large bed. Ming asked Joe to unpack his clothes and put them away, which he did efficiently. Ming then took a shower and Joe followed suit. Once they were both in bed, Ming hugged Joe from behind, making him feel intoxicated. Ming asked Joe if he was hiding something from him, to which Joe responded that he didn't understand what Ming meant. Ming then asked if Joe thought a person who had been missing for over 2 years could still be alive. Joe said it was most likely impossible, but Ming disagreed, stating that the person might not want to come back. The next day, the staff began to choose shooting locations. Joe helped the camera team, and Thorn approached him, asking when Joe had gotten involved with Ming. Thorn accused Joe of underestimating him and said that the company had forbidden him from being involved with men. Joe didn't respond and continued working. Later, Thorn asked Joe if he was still holding a grudge against him for breaking up with him. Thorn then leaned in and whispered in Joe's ear, asking if he wanted to sleep with him. Joe asked Thorn what he wanted, and Thorn responded that he wanted to sleep with him. Thorn then reached out and touched Joe's lower body. Joe asked if that was all. Thorn then revealed that he had been with old and ugly men and women, living an inhuman life, all for the sake of fame and success. Thorn begged Joe to get back together with him, but Joe refused, stating that he didn't remember their past. Thorn became emotional and begged Joe to treat him with 1/10 of the affection he had before. Joe sighed and told Thorn that he couldn't be with him, patting him on the face and leaving. Thorn looked at Joe's back, clenching his fist. Later, Thorn went to Tong's room and asked if he was looking for him. Tong asked Thorn if he knew Joe, and Thorn confirmed that they had worked together in the past. Tong then asked Thorn if he had been involved with Joe, then Thorn told him about his past with Joe. Tong then became enraged when he realized that the stuntman he had hired was also named Joe, suspecting that Woot had been behind this. Tong tried to call Woot but couldn't get through, so he told Thorn to confirm Joe's relationship with Ming and report back to him immediately. Tong revealed that Joe and Ming were very close. Thorn was confused but agreed. He thinks that Ming is the reason why Joe doesn't want to be with him. Thank you for watching. If you want to read the novel, then visit patreon.com/blspoilers. The link will be in the description. Special thanks to my legendary supporters: Melanie Harris, Kiara Russell, Rebecca, Anne, Brian Stargell, Chelsea 212, Suzanne 233, Tamara Coomer, Ms.T., Maria Lalbachan, Sharon Fong, Martina Bosankova, S. Armstrong, Pepri, ed.